Okay, let's check this area out. Corkboard. Huh. Annual summer blowout at the French Cafe. Cannot read this. Free food. Oh, I can read that.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe.
Yeah, that's
Friday,
better.
August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food. Live performances by Royne Dale. Harlequin Masquerade. The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar. $10 only. Spread the word.
$10. That's a lot of money.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe. I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
A jock. Pink note.
I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible. I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out later. Pizza and movie night.
Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap? Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
I don't get it.
Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS.
What's...
BYO what? Soap?
What does BYOS?
Look, it's Monkey Boy. Look, it's Monkey Boy.
Oh, that's a monkey. Be considerate.
Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona.
Duty
Common
roster.
room, duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite.
Wait, she works here as well?
Common room, duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite.
Damn, she has to work her ass, probably to pay the tuition or something.
San Francisco. Love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully.
Why would you want to go there? San Francisco? Isn't that a place where people, you know, shit in bags and leave it in the streets? Alongside needles? Let's check this pink note out.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
Gold ring?
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona.
When did she actually say that about, you know, about her goddamn, about her losing a ring? This is the first time that she actually mentioned it. The flat
The
screen.
omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
It's a flat screen, lady. Well, I guess that's definitely... This was a novel, definitely, the year 2000. I mean, white screens and HD, but were there, but and HD TVs were definitely new at the time. But I don't think they were that flat.
It's our screen.
Our screen?
Shelves. Emma picked this table up at a flea market for $10 last month. That's $9 more than it's worth.
No, it looks fine. Well, it definitely doesn't look new.
It's supposed to be a coffee table.
Supposed to be. A matchbook?
It's a matchbook. It's a matchbook.
Oh, I'm gonna steal that. Smoke some weed later.
Matchbook
Well,
from the Fringe
this
Cafe.
weed.
It's a matchbook from the Fringe Cafe.
Huh, alright. This is a chair. I'm gonna assume... Oh, yeah, I was about to say that I'm gonna assume that this is Fiona. And yeah, once you actually point at her, the game will tell you.
They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century.
22nd century, goddamn. So we are far in the future, huh? We still can't tell, right? Even from the poster, there aren't any dates on the poster. Let me double check. Like, that actually, you know, notes the, what year we're in. No, nothing. Interesting. That's another chair.
It's a chair.
It's a fan.
More fans. Proper air conditioning was apparently never a viable alternative for the contractor.
Well, viewers, I do live in a hot area, and we cannot live without an air conditioner in the summer. It is impossible.
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window.
A better view than your room?
Venice.
Damn, this is Venice. Venice in the future. I guess it turns out to be a shithole in the future, huh? Alright, so I guess we checked everything. Let's go ahead and talk to this lady, supposedly Fiona.
That's Fiona, my landlady. She's alright.
Landlady, huh?
It's Fiona.
I actually remember this lady.
Morning, Fiona.
Whoa.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
And she has an English
Are you
accent,
feeling
huh?
all right? You look a little pale.
I had a bad nightmare.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently. But she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
Is that her kid?
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so. But I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes. The school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
Damn, I guess we found the source of
I
your
think you work
nightmares.
too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
Hedonism.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Huh. Huh. Well, is the weather good? Now, where's everybody this morning? I don't know who's everybody, but let's ask that.
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Huh?
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Interesting. So, yeah, Mickey isn't actually her daughter, huh? And Mickey isn't even a dude, huh? So, yeah. Damn, she swings the other way. She's a fan of the ladies. Damn. K&K, Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Is she adjusting her movement, or did she find the ring, or is she hiding the ring there? Can I ask you a few questions?
Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Oh yeah, and we talked a little bit about Emma. We definitely seen her in the picture. She's supposedly a closer friend to April. What's up with Zach? Oh, that's the asshole, huh? Oh, there are more questions. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing? Oh, shit. You need to tell me something about the border house. There's a lot of lines of dialogue here. Can you tell me about Venus? What's the story behind my apartment? Do you like Newport? There's a lot of dialogue. Well, I'll be exploring all of these. Let's talk about Emma. Actually, I'm interested about Zach.
What's up with Zach Lee?
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time, and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Huh. Well, if he pays his rent on time, then there's no reason to actually kick him out. So I guess that makes sense. Even if he's an asshat, nothing harmful. Seems to be he's an asshat, but he doesn't do anything harmful to anyone. Tell me about. I'm actually interested in her. To be honest, to be a lady and a landlord, and probably I'm actually more interested about Venus itself. What can you tell me about Venus?
What can you tell me about Venice?
Oh,
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really
Venice.
ask someone with an interest in local affairs.
Venus is the planet.
What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice
Students,
place to live,
homeless,
certainly.
tomato.
Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
Yeah. Only in the summer, huh? So this place isn't that bad. Do you like Newport?
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And which one is it? Love or hate?
I haven't decided yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
Another 15 years, huh? So she's been here for 15 years, I'm gonna assume? Yeah, these answers are going to be interesting once we actually, continue with the story and know about the situation of the world, because this world is actually interesting, viewers. Charlie. Tell me something about the border house. The story behind my apartment? Is their story? Do you have any more questions? I guess I'm gonna go, in order, since I don't see anything interesting. I'm actually interested in her as well.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl. Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
Especially if the water is as murky as the waters here in Venus or Venice. Venice, it's Venice, not Venus. We don't want to go to space. Maybe we can go to space in this game. No, we're not gonna go to space. We're gonna go to places though, viewers. How long have you and Mickey been together?
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The
Whoa.
older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I
Interesting.
finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armor, that's for sure, but she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Well. No comment. So, her lady friend is actually, she was in her 30s when they first met, and 15 years later, so what? She's in her middle 40s, probably mid to late 40s? Quite the age gap, if you ask me. Alright. Tell me about Emma.
Tell me about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
Interesting. So, that's Emma, that's her friend. I don't know if there's a way to actually I don't think there's a dialogue that actually, that forces April to actually talk about Emma. I would think something would actually... This is one way for us to actually know about Emma. If Fiona actually the one that asked April about Emma. Or maybe there's some sort of dialogue that actually, exhibit a little bit about Emma. Oh yes, actually, also one note. I actually a big fan of her, of the voiceover for Fiona. I think video games don't have a lot of non-American accents, to be honest. I would love to hear more accents, especially like an Australian accent or British accent like Fiona's. I'm a big fan of hers. The way that she pronounced Emma, huh? Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favorite tenant.
Charlie. Did you think of me when we first met? I'm gonna leave that question for later. How long have you known Charlie?
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
Oh.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
Is it really that way? I really cannot remember, gotta be honest. But I don't think it is that way. Especially not from April's side, at least. Can you tell me something about the border house?
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
Oh, this actually expands a little bit. Huh. So, Border House is actually the name of this place, huh? Oh, they just call it a Border House. Do you and Mickey own the place together?
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Doesn't seems like you do a lot of work. You just, hang out in front of the TV. Even lazy kid to get out. You sounds like a lazy lady. I guess there's nothing wrong with that if you can live that way. What made you decide to run a boarding house?
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns.
Huh?
You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and
This is
hospitality
America?
here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Interesting. So they actually live in... This is America? They actually live in America? Why is this place called Venice? I guess everything now makes sense. With the stenches, with the stenches and whatnot. What inspired the name Border House?
What inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very poetic, Fiona.
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
I like Fiona. Tell me some more about the Border House. I don't think we'll be having anything more. Let's just ask her again.
Tell me some more about the Border House.
What precisely do you want to know?
Thanks for the information.
Yeah,
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
yeah, she's gonna vote me back to the original choices. So there's nothing else about the Border House. What's the story behind my apartment?
What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It is
One of
kind
our
of small.
smallest rooms, but it's
Shit.
cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient. And it's got an interesting view.
Oh yeah.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Well, I don't know. If I'm gonna be a student, actually, I don't really care about if I live in an apartment as small as April. I wouldn't really care that all if it's really small. With the exception if I actually have to live with someone else, then yeah. Alright, for the interesting question. What did you think of me when we first met?
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
Huh. Where did she come from? We'll probably know about that later. About, April's origin. But I guess that's that for the question. For the questions and, dialogues with Fiona.
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
Yeah, I'd better get going.
I'd better get going.
Off to school.
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
There is actually one thing that we can do before we go. Actually, report about the ring. Because I assume that's actually ours.
I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day.
Damn.
You know what's strange? I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies.
Oh.
God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Interesting indeed. Let's check this ring out.
Dad gave me this gold ring on my 16th birthday.
And this is a tuck, huh? Or a push pin.
It's a push pin.
It's because it's from from the note. I guess it's ours now.
It's a push pin. Dad gave me this gold ring on my 16th birthday.
Okay, so I guess that's that for for the dialogue with Fiona. Let's go ahead and actually get the hell out of here. You can double click to run, actually. Whoa. And a mural. Or a mural. Not a mural.
I love this mural. Even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers.
Dragons? Where is the dragon? I cannot see it. Oh, what's that though? Looks creepy. I think it looks creepy. Where's the dragon though? Is that it? Oh, is that why you're dreaming of a dragon? And you're calling it your mother? I actually want to check it out, as in, read the description. Pipes?
If there's one thing Venice has enough of, it's rusty pipes. That and stinky canals.
Stinky canals?
If there's one thing Venice has enough of, it's rusty pipes. That and stinky canals.
That's the end of the road, huh? What about this machine? What the hell is this machine? Oh, and actually, can we go to the basement and meet Mickey? Mickey sounds like an interesting person.
What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for? What grand purpose does it all serve?
Is this some sort of a heater or a water pump? It's probably a water pump. The clamp!
That's probably Mickey's handiwork. She's the tool gal around these here parts. I wonder why she put the clamp there, though.
Is she American? I guess I can't.
Seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise.
I guess I can't take the clamp. Pressure gauge.
I guess that's a pressure gauge. It's at 100. That's percent, I guess. 100% pressure?
How do you, what's the unit for counting pressure? Is it, gram per millimeter squared or something like that?
The water tank's full.
Or probably the other way around.
The water tank's full.
Full water. There's a wheel.
It's a rusty old wheel. I'd imagine it turns the water on and off.
I don't think we need to do anything to this machine, so I actually kind of want to see if I can go to the basement or something. This guy here, his name is Cortez. I'm gonna talk to him later. Is there a way to the basement? Maybe we can access the basement from another way. I don't think there's any other path. Then here, this way will lead upstairs and only that. Oh, I guess that's that. Thingy? What the hell is is this thingy?
Rust is the very definition of Venetian architecture. Think of San Francisco without the hills, Paris without the cafes. Venice wouldn't be the same without the rust. It would be better, not the same.
It would be better.
It's a rusty thingy.
Thingy. It's probably used to be a base of something, because this area was supposed to be an industrial area, so that was supposed to be like some sort of kind of a base, a support for some, you know, some kind of a mechanism or something. To the bridge. This is the mural. Left window. Well, maybe that will
Hey,
actually lead to the...
wow, I can see right into the common room. That's amazing.
Maybe this will lead to the basement? I don't think so.
Hey, wow, I can see right into the common room. That's amazing.
What about this one?
The shades are drawn.
Okay.
That's Cortez. He sits in the same spot almost every day. I hate to admit it, he scares me a little.
What is he wearing? Is he wearing anything, or are these just tattoos? He looks like he has his face tattooed or something.
It's Cortez.
Let's talk to Cortez.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
Let's be polite.
I'm fine. And you?
Sunshine and pretty señoritas give an old man like me the blues. I like my days cold and rainy. In fact, I think I prefer the world to be in black and white.
Like an old movie.
Like all good movies. But tell me, señorita Ryan, how would you describe your perfect day?
Definitely not cold. Definitely. That's my, you know, my preference for it. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I'm okay with in showering, you know, twice a day. I actually prefer it that way. So yeah, hot and sunny like this one.
Hot and sunny like this one.
Well then, you should be happy to be alive today, yes? It is a perfect day. But you are not happy, are you? You are troubled by nightmares.
How do you
What?
know?
You are afraid of them. You even fear your dreams may be real.
Who told you about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
Whoa.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny?
I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
Huh?
You need some serious help, you know that?
We all do, April. That's the reason we are here, you and me.
Huh?
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname. I've upset you. We didn't think you'd react this way.
We?
I hope we can talk again soon.
I don't think so, no.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
I gotta be honest, she was a little bit defensive here. Conversation log. This is interesting. I actually forgot about this. Prologue, chapter 1. You can actually go back and see what kind of conversation that he actually went through with the people. So yeah, April's diary. Yeah, I should have been reading this. Oh, shit. There's gonna be a lot of reading, viewers. Are you ready? Viewers, are you going to hate me? Yeah, by the way, viewers, this I usually should say this, give this warning that my pacing with these games is really, really slow. So if you're not happy with the way that I progress with this game, it's tough luck. This channel is not for you. And if you're new, hey, hi, hello. So yeah, here we go.